Hello and welcome to the tutorial on subtraction of 3-digit numbers and 2-digit numbers. And we're going to do this with carrying using the vertical format. So let's have a look at our first example. What is 374 minus 28? 374 minus 28. Now the first stage is we're going to rewrite this question into the vertical format. So let's do that over here. 374 minus 28. And let's label the columns as well. The one on the right hand side is the units column. Then we have the tens column. And the third one is the hundreds column. So we have done the first stage, which is to rewrite the question from the horizontal format into the vertical format. We are now ready to go ahead and do the calculation. And I'm going to point this out again. Remember, we are minusing. We always start with a column on the right hand side first. That is this one here, the units column, 4 minus 8. Let's do some workings over here. Units, we've got 4 minus 8. Now 4 minus 8. We can't do this because the number 4 is smaller than the number 8. So what do? We're going to take a 10 from the number next to it. Sorry, the digit next to it, which is the 7. Now look what we're going to do here. Where we have the tens column and the number 7, we're going to cross out 7. We're going to take 1 from here and add it to the 4 on the right hand side. So look at how we do this. We're going to cross out 7. 7 minus 1 is 6. That 1 we have taken, we're going to add it next to the 4. Now did you follow that? If not, you can rewind and play this section again. We're going to carry on. So the units, the column on the right hand side, has now become not 4 minus 8, it is 14 minus 8. 14 minus 8. And we know that 14 minus 8 is, that's right, it is 6. Let's write that down. So now we are going to do the tens column. Remember, the 7 has gone. We now have 6. It is 6 minus 2. 6 minus 2. 6 minus 2 is, that's right, it is 4. And finally, we have the hundreds column. We've got 3 here and nothing here. 3 minus 0 is 3. And we have our answer. 374 minus 28 is 346. That is correct. Let's give it a nice big tick. Let's have a look at another example. One which is slightly more tricky. What is 845 minus 79? 845 minus 79. Looks quite difficult, doesn't it? Well, let's do the first stage, which is to rewrite this horizontal formatted question into the vertical format. So let's do that over here. We've got 845 minus 79. Nice, clear columns. Make sure you get this right. Let's label the columns again. That is, we've got units, tens, and hundreds. So the first stage is done. We are ready to do the calculation. Remember, we are minusing. So that is the column on the right hand side. We always start here first. Let's do some workings here. Units. What is 5 minus 9? 5 minus 9. Now you probably guessed we can't do this because the number 5 is smaller than the number 9. So what we're going to do is the same thing we did in the first example. We're going to take 1 from the 10 next to it. Now have a look at digit 4 in 845. Look what we do here. We're going to cross it out and we're going to take 1 from here. So here we go. We're going to cross out the 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. Where does the 1 go? We put it next to the 5 over here. So the units question has now become not 5 minus 9, it is 15 minus 9. 15 minus 9. Now you should know what that is. 15 minus 9 is 6. Let's write that down. So we're now going to do the tens. Remember, the 4 has gone. It is now replaced with the 3. So we're doing 3 minus 7. So let's do some more workings here. We've got tens is 3 minus 7. And you probably guessed we can't do this one because the 3 is smaller than 7. So what we have to do is the same thing. We're going to take 1 from the digit on its left. That is the 100, where the 8 is. Now watch how we do this. Look at number 8. We're going to cross this out and take 1 from here. So here we go. We're going to cross out the 8. 8 minus 1 is 7, and that 1 we are moving across to be right next to the 3, in front of the 3. So the tens has now become, it's not 3 minus 7, it is 13 minus 7. What is 13 minus 7? That's right, 13 minus 7 is 6. So let's write this down. Great. Now let's look at the final column, the hundreds. Remember the 8 is gone. We're left with 7. 7 minus, there's nothing here, 0. 7 minus 0 is 7. And we have our answer. 845 minus 79 is 766. That is correct. Let's give it a nice big tick. So that is how we do subtraction of a 3-digit number and a 2-digit number with carrying using the vertical format.